Hey everyone, today I've got my fall fragrance mist tray to share with you. These are all Bath and Bodyworks, some oldies but goodies, and some new ones from this year. Let's just jump right into it. First up is Sensual Amber. This is a classic. I love how warm and inviting this fragrance is. This is one my mom wears and has for a long time, so it's kind of a nostalgic fragrance, but this is so good. It's super warm, it's comforting, and it does have a little bit of a woody air to it. It has a lot of that amber fragrance, and there is a little bit of a fruity essence in the undertone. It's so gorgeous. This one has fragrance notes of golden amber, wild berries, orange flower, lotus petals, and creamy sandalwood. An absolutely gorgeous fragrance. Next up is Vanilla Romance. This one is so good. I love vanilla fragrances, and this one has such a deep woody note to it, and the vanilla is so strong. This one's gorgeous, and I feel like this could go both ways, like a unisex type fragrance. This one has fragrance notes of fresh cardamom, vanilla absolute, and captivating woods. This one is an absolutely craveable one in the colder months. And speaking of craveable, one that I've absolutely been loving this year is the Blueberry Bundt Cake. This one was a gourmand that released this year, and I absolutely love it. I've been waiting for like a blueberry cake type of fragrance, and this one really hit the nail on the head. This one has fragrance notes of harvest blueberries, honey drizzle, and fluffy cake. So this is a super, super sweet fragrance. And same with this next one from the same line. This one is the pumpkin swirl cake. I love this fragrance. I really fell head over heels for this one, and this kind of replaced pumpkin pecan waffles in my collection. Like, overall, I don't really wear that fragrance anymore. This is the one that replaced that for this time of year. I had been a pumpkin pecan waffles girly for many years, but this one is super, super sweet and cakey, and I love, love, love that vanilla cakey undertone. So this one has fragrance notes of pumpkin spice, caramel toffee, and creamy vanilla. That vanilla always gets me, and this one is another super, super sweet, craveable gourmand. An oldie but a goodie that they release quite a bit is Sweater Weather. I love this fragrance, and I didn't wear it much last year, so I will be wearing it this year. I've missed this one. There were so many other fragrances I was dabbling in last year around this time, and this year there aren't as many releases, so I'm going back to some favorites. This one has fragrance notes of sun-crisp apple, autumn leaves, and orchard woods. It's definitely a crisp, clean, like elegant type fragrance, and it does have that woody essence as well as you get the crispness from the fruit. It gives a little bit of tartness as well, and then the autumn leaves kind of round that out. It's really pretty. It's kind of one of the softer, classier fragrances that they have, and I'm definitely going to be reaching for this one this fall season. Next up, I have Sweet Whiskey. This is another really good one. I'm happy to see them re-releasing this one. This has such an absolute fragrance. It's kind of hard to describe, but I feel like it smells like a smoky, woody, fruity type of liqueur, and it's got like a vanilla undertone. It's so yummy, and it's so different. This one has fragrance notes of golden amber, vanilla infused whiskey, and sweet red berries. Makes sense. It's definitely a really, really good one, and it's one I hadn't seen for a while, so I'm glad to see it back, and it's in really pretty packaging this year. One that I really love from this year is Autumn Drive. This has a very fruity note to me, and the way the notes blend, it almost smells like a nostalgic watermelon for some reason. I don't know why. This one does have fragrance notes of wild raspberry, warm amber, and vanilla birch. Vanilla birch is one of my favorite type of fragrances, And the way it blends in here, it gives a totally different vibe. So it's kind of interesting, but I've really been enjoying this one and I've worn it quite a bit. So I'm gonna keep wearing this one and put it on my fragrance tray since I've really just been loving this whole collection, along with the next one, which is Sunrise Woods. This is such a beautiful fragrance. This is kind of a soft, sweet fragrance, but I feel like it is kind of a unisex fragrance. There are some elements in here that give it a little bit of a masculine tonal undertone. You know what I mean? So this one is definitely a really nice one, but it's definitely kind of interesting. It smells very much like the luxury fragrance department if you go into Macy's or something, like that blend of masculine and feminine high-end fragrance. That's what this smells like. It's really hard to describe, but it's so easy to love. This one has fragrance notes of creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, and cozy cashmere. Perfect for this time of year. And again, it's just so soft, sweet, and good. I love this one. Another one that came back and was in that collection was the Champagne Apple Honey. This is one of my favorite apple-y fragrances from Bath and Bodyworks. It's so crisp and good. I love using it year round. This one has fragrance notes of crisp apple, sparkling champagne, jasmine honey, and autumn woods. Such a pretty one. Super tart and crisp, super fruity. One that has really grown on me that was kind of okay when it came out, but I really love now and I'm super excited to wear is the Ivory Cashmere. This is a super soft, pretty girly fragrance. This one has fragrance notes of fresh lakeside air, silver musk, and white amber. It reads kind of similar to Glossier You, the same this one does here in the background, If You Musk by Bath and Bodyworks. It's kind of in that wheelhouse. Really beautiful, kind of airy, super like sweet and delicate, but really airy, so not overly sweet. Really nice. Next up is Together Weather. This is another one that did release with that last one in that collection. I think it was last year. These were really nice. And this one actually kind of reminds me of this one by Sol de Janeiro. This one has really different notes, but it has kind of a similar undertone. You know what I mean? So this one is definitely a really pretty one, and I think they actually re-released this one this year. This one has fragrance notes of blushing breeze, sugared cardamom, and soft cedar. So sweet, so pretty. Next up, I've got another cozy, comforting, warm vanilla. This is another really deep, woody liqueur type of vanilla. So, so yummy. This one lingers and it's super, super deep. This one has fragrance notes of warm bourbon, dark fruit, and vanilla liqueur. So yummy, so craveable. It's like a warm embrace as a fragrance. It's gorgeous. The next fragrance is actually a previous Halloween release. This one is so perfect, and I feel like this is another masculine leaning kind of unisex fragrance. It's very deep, dark, mysterious, and woodsy. It's so good. This one also has a little bit of like a vanilla note to it, but I feel like it's very mysterious and woodly. I do have two different products here. I have the fragrance mist as well as the diamond mist shimmer spray. I love their shimmer sprays. It just gives a little bit of sparkle. Fragrance notes on this is mystic air, moonlit woods, and crystal amber. So another really nice like luxury feeling fragrance, but it is a really nice unisex fragrance due to those wood type of notes. And last but not least, I do have one more diamond shimmer mist here. This is the Sunrise Woods. This one was also, I believe, last fall's release, and this one has fragrance notes of creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, and cozy cashmere. It does smell exactly like what it says, and it is just a really nice one. Perfect for this time of year, so I had to go ahead and pull this one. This one has more of the golden fleck shimmer in there. Midnight Spell has more of a silver fleck if you look close in the bottle there. The shimmer is a little bit of a different tone, so it gives me a couple color options as well. But this is my fall fragrance tray for the rest of fall 2024. It's always so fun to pull from my collection and kind of wear what I have. Are there any fragrances that are intriguing you for fall 2024? I'd love to hear about it down in the comments section. But that about wraps it up for this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. And until next time, friends, thanks so much for hanging with me.